Hey.
Yeah. What's going on, great people? So glad you're with us, great people.
So I'm going to say to y'all, okay, we've been married for a long time. How long we been married? 12 years now.
Yeah, I was going to say 14.
12. No, it's going. We're getting close. We're starting to move towards 13 years of marriage. And never in the history of marriedom, I'm going to say not marriedom. Wedding and a marriage are two separate things. A wedding is for your family. The marriage is for y'all. Because the family ain't in. They care less. The family like to come to the wedding. They don't really care much about your marriage. So I'm going to say this. When it comes to like certain cultures, and apparently this is not American culture, there is something that you just should not do. And when I say what you should not do, you should never, first of all, you shouldn't put your hand on women, and women should never put your hand on a man, because you hit a man, don't expect him to walk away. This ain't the 1996.
Some might, but some may not.
Don't even put yourself in that predicament.
Oh, Lordy.
But don't ever get in a situation to where you're at the wedding table fighting.
You ain't even let them see the clip. You tell them the clip.
Hold on, man. Y'all need to watch this clip. It's embarrassing right here.
You are telling the clip.
It's embarrassing.
We're going to talk about this.
First of all, this is the face of divorce.
But look at the bride. She doesn't seem to be very happy to me right here.
That's why I said this is the face of divorce. You don't see no smirk or smile. She's looking like
she's looking down. Can you make it bigger? And
let's run that back, y'all.
Like she was just kind of playing to it in a sense.
She was like, no, well, you know what that tells me? These two people had already had an issue before they got up to that point. Because she just like, they must have already got an argument or fight.
Or something.
One more time, y'all. First, no, listen.
She was a little irritated. She ain't even looking at him making eye contact like, I'm in love with you. Look at how she's looking. Withdrawn.
She didn't even let him do it 2 times. She didn't say, She put it on one time. He said he blacked out. He was like, he looked like a pit bull when another dog tries to go into their food bowl when they eat.
Where was the dad?
But look at her face right here. This is the face of divorce. Look at that face.
But I just don't feel like that's the first time that's happened.
Could you imagine if we disagreed on where, and I slapped you in front of your family and mine? Where they do that at? How much of a fight you about to go and get in at your own wedding?
It would not have been cute. It just would not have been cute.
Yo, first of all, man, all right. Y'all, when you getting married and stuff like this, if the wedding if the wedding ceremony is bad, your marriage is doomed. I'm sorry. It's probably few and far between where you start off rocky and end soft.
But you have to even rewind before you get to the wedding. I just don't feel like that was the first time he did that. Because if you feel that comfortable enough to do it at the wedding in front of your families, clearly that's part of who he is and who he has been in that relationship.
Because wherever they're from, that's the culture. Wherever that culture is of docile woman.
It's accepted. And look at the mom. She's in shock.
She don't like the mom. I thought that was like a sister or something. It could have been mom.
It looks like his mom maybe, because her arm is around him. Or it could be her mom. But the point is, she didn't snatch her arm away from him.
She didn't. She didn't
push him back and slap him in his face. Like, what is wrong with you?
You know what that tells me? That tells me, see, a man that will slap you at your wedding is a man that probably got other women too.
Well, It's not the first time he's done it.
Look at her face. She's like, oh my God. Ooh, at least you didn't slap me as hard as you did yesterday.
And look, his arm was about to go up, but the lady here grabbed it and was holding it like, hold up.
What culture is this? Because it looked almost like an Indian culture, but then he looked like it's like some kind of
He looks like a white guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look how they pulling. Look at little people pulling back.
Okay, so who's the man right here? Is that the dad?
He's got the ball and everything. So they were in the middle of the whole ceremony, and this is the one everybody's supposed to be lovey-dovey, and this is a point where in the marriage where you're not even supposed to be able to eat your food, even though you really want to eat the delicious food that you or your family paid for. You're just supposed to be enjoying and
having a ball.
Look at
talking about dance.
Right.
Well,
like you
the
saying,
man is talking to him, saying something.
He was like, man, why you slap her right here? He was like, man, he was like, hey, she spoke out of line, so I just, this how we do at the house.
Keep letting it play. I'm curious to see.
And look how she is, like, I'm not trying to let this clip go too far back. Look how let me go ahead and put this little piece down.
Because she's trying to get her thoughts together.
What thought? She's like,
So that must be.
He was like, he slapped me harder than this before. That's the kind of face
maybe they
didn't
know, but between them two, it's happened before. But in front of everybody else, he lost his cool. He forgot where he was.
So look at these women. Slapping must be okay. Docileness must be okay, because in America, if this is mama or sister, they gonna be like, boy, it's gonna be the reaction. Yeah. It's gonna be way different.
They would have been putting their hands on him,
and that wouldn't have been it. No, it would have been ugly.
Yeah.
Could you imagine with your dad back in the day?
Yeah, it wouldn't. And even your dad, Michael, he would not have. That wouldn't have gone over well with him either. Yeah,
I mean, it's one thing for the groom's parents, but the bride's parents.
Yeah.
And she's so relaxed. What gets me? She's so calm.
She's embarrassed. That was it. She's embarrassed.
Man,
but this is what
I think
they've been doing.
Getting slapped.
Yeah, this is what they've been doing in their relationship. Now, the dad, whoever the guy was, I think he may have been the first time seeing that. But he was like, "Hold up, He was talking to him. I don't know what else, because in another type of wedding, his hands would have been on the back of his neck or around his throat. But here, I don't know. And then I don't know how if people are going to be thinking of ahead of time while they're at the wedding.
Look,
I don't know.
In this country, as soon as you would have hit somebody, you better be ready about it. Said everybody who about to come at you, because everybody about to be jumping on you. About to be fighting daddies.
I wonder what happened
and cousins.
After that.
It's going to be ugly. It would have been ugly. I just can't even imagine. I don't want to imagine
what happened after.
But I'm just saying,
are they still married? Did they continue on? Because everybody done paid some monies. Now you got guests there. I mean,
it's one thing. Let me tell you something. It's just all transparent. It's one thing to have some marital things you're working on. Hey, man, me and my wife, we have marital things that we're working on. But it's different to have extreme toxicity at the marriage ceremony. That is a horrible sign that marriage is going to be abusive. And it probably one of those marriages, based on how docile she was, she probably stayed married to him, and just he got other wives and kids, and she just be at the house as a silent stray cat at the house. That's what that felt like.
I don't know. You can't underestimate.
I'm not going to say nothing. He's,
Don't underestimate women. Now,
depending on the country, Joy.
I know that, but still, you don't understand the mind of a person who's been abused for a long time. It's something else. I don't know. I just feel like it started before the wedding. That's why he did it there. He may not have meant to do it there, or maybe he did, but
give me a break.
I think
give me a break.
His emotions took over, and it just
he's
so used to doing that. It happened, and he didn't realize, oh man, I did this. I shouldn't have done that right here.
He did, and I do believe just a little bit like he does it, like you say, he does so much his reaction, because she said
automatic.
It wasn't like she said she said. He said
she did it once,
stop.
And then she pulled it down, and she was about to do it again, but that's when he smacked her.
And then
it's
no way. That's so
it's
toxic.
No way. It is, and it's sad that she's with a person like that.
So y'all, man, pick wisely. It is sometimes you have to learn and grow, but for it to be like that on that level, that's the energy of somebody who been in a toxic relationship for 20 years.
But I feel like really how things are before the wedding are going to be after the wedding.
Yeah.
So however you're fussing, whatever the situation is, disagreements, those all can be worked out. People do change. People grow. I feel like there are things that as individuals married, we have to make adjustments.
Yeah.
But the more you work on yourself, it benefits your spouse.
Yeah.
Each person has to make changes within themselves. But in no way do I recommend or even condone you getting your tail whooped.
Yeah.
Whether a woman is beating up on a man or a man is beating up on a woman, that's a no-go from either way. 0.
And I've seen clips where the man was
allowing the woman to beat on him, because that's what.
Why you need to?
That's what he was doing. Allowing.
Your balls are tucked in your cat. That's what it is.
No, he just probably loved her. Same thing with the woman that the man beat. He really loved her and was hoping that she wasn't going to change.
You get beat by your woman. Your balls are tucked in your cat.
It's not right. It's not right. And those are the relationships where there needs to be separation for healing and possibly reconnecting if there is some point where the person has completely stopped. But by no means should a person stay in a relationship where they're getting their tail whooped. It's not right, and God don't condone that.
No.
He is not telling you to stay in no marriage.
That is not a marriage God would back.
And you getting beat. Absolutely not.
And if your God that you worship ain't God and that's okay, it's about time to make a little shifty. That
ain't right.
All right, man. Go and lead in the water, man.
All right, great people. We are so glad you're with us. We appreciate all of your support. Keep coming back for more dope content like this. Subscribe to the channel, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Let's do it. Do like you choke active. Make it like, no. What kind of evil is that?
Why are we even doing the thumbnail like that? I don't want a thumbnail.
It'll great. What else? Yeah, that's could be a title, could be strong.